How's it going, everybody? Wayne here. Today we're going to be adding 3 more games to the N64 library on our quest for all 296. Let's check them out. First up we got San Francisco Rush. Now Rush has to be one of my top 5 favorite N64 games. I know that's saying a lot, but this game brings back a lot of great memories. Rush was published by Midway and ported to the N64 in 1997. It was also on the arcade, PlayStation, Windows, PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube. There were 3 different racing games that took up hours and hours of my life on the N64. California Speed was one of those, which I already talked about. Cruisin' World, and of course, San Francisco Rush. Although California Speed failed to make it to the cut of my favorite race game on N64, it's really hard to decide between the other two, Cruisin' World and San Francisco Rush. But I would probably say the winner is Rush. Everybody loves to explore. Almost every race game has secrets, but Rush was loaded with them. There was a secret around almost every corner. On top of all the racing, Rush could be played in so many other ways. You could play tag with your friends. With the map you could see where the other player was hiding, but some of the secrets would be hard to get to. So if you didn't have the skill to make it to the secret spot, you couldn't tag them. We'd also have contests. Who could do the most flips without blowing up? You blew up, you lose. This was a racing game, but most of the time we weren't racing. We were playing it for reasons other than intended. No matter how many times you play this game, you still find new secrets every time you play it. If you collect for the N64 and you don't have Rush yet, this should be one of the next games on your list if you're a car fan. Then grab a friend and see who can ramp the highest or do the most flips. Rush puts us up to 13 games, and with a total of $15 shipped, that puts us up to $550. Next up we have a fighting game, Killer Instinct Gold. Released for the N64 in 1996, there was no lead time in this game. When you started up a round, it was game on. There are some die-hard fans of Killer Instinct Gold, while others were more fans of Mortal Kombat. I personally prefer Mortal Kombat. Killer Instinct Gold is pretty difficult in the beginning. You'll be destroyed trying to learn the combos to defeat opponents. However, it's pretty handy that they had this little card to teach you what the moves were. Killer Instinct Gold is game number 14, and at $35 shipped, that puts us at a total of $585. Next up, we have Donald Duck Going Quackers. Released for the N64 by Ubisoft in December of 2000, it's a fairly short platforming game with only 24 levels. They're mostly straightforward levels, so there's not a whole lot of exploration. It's fun to run around and try to get some of the collectibles, but overall it's a pretty easy game and it seems to be made for a younger audience. The game was released for a ton of different platforms, including the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Windows, PlayStation, N64, the Dreamcast, PS2, and GameCube. However, the N64 complete in box version can reach fairly high prices at times. I've seen some copies selling for over $200. And if you ask me, those are Quackhead prices. I was lucky enough to find this copy for $80. And at $80, that puts us up to a total of $665 for 15 complete in box N64 games, plus some boxes. So as I've had more time to research some of the games for N64, I can tell you which one has jumped in price the most. I was completely shocked to see copies of Super Bowling selling for $600 to $750 complete in box, or that's what they're asking at least. There's copies that have sold for only $500, $450, but right now people are asking $600 to $750 on eBay. And for the longest time that was a $250 to $350 complete in box game. So it's over doubled in value since the last time I completed the library. And too bad it can't be like the Japanese version of the game. This only cost me 500 yen, which is less than $5.
But what you gonna do when people charging quackhead prices?
If you're not subscribed already, make sure to click the subscribe button. I'll be completing the entire N64 Complete in Box library right here on this show. And I got some good ones on the way. Also make sure to leave a thumbs up if you hate Quackhead prices. Until next time, I'm Wayne, and thanks for watching.